Over in the pages of DC Comics, the publisher's landmark Night Terror storyline is finally winding down here. You might be familiar with the backdrop of the story here, as new DC villain Insomnia has plunged the Earth into a deep slumber. Insomnia's goal is to find the Nightmare Stone in the dreams of various DC heroes and villains. In the last issue of Night Terrors, our heroes investigating Insomnia were able to locate the Nightmare Stone. My name is Arkham Tower, and today, let's go ahead and see how close some of DC's heroes can get to stopping Insomnia and Night Terrors over in the pages of Night Terrors issue 4. But before we get deeper into the video, I want to encourage you to consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that like button if you enjoy our content. Insomnia searches for the nightmares of all the heroes for his precious Nightmare Stone and keeps on coming up empty-clawed. Wesley Dodds, Batman, and I must return to the haunted Arkham Tower to confront Insomnia. But now I know why Insomnia hates the heroes, and I gotta be honest, I'm having a hard time not relating. Maybe Insomnia is owed his revenge. Night Terrors issue 4 is written by Joshua Williamson, featuring art from Giuseppe Camuncoli, Stefano, Nesi, and Caspar Wijngaard. The colors in the issue are coming in from Frank Martin and Caspar Wijngaard as well. We have letters from Troy Peteri, and here's a look over at the cover on Night Terrors issue 4, coming in from Ivan Reis, Miki and Brad Anderson. I think Ivan Reis is just one of the best artists at DC, especially in terms of these covers. He's great at composing these really striking images that make me really interested to actually check out the comic book. And I want to extend a quick thank you over to Adventures in Poor Taste. And let's go ahead and review some of the interior art over in Night Terrors 4. So this issue starts off with a sequence featuring Deadman introducing readers into the story, just like the previous chapters over in Night Terrors. I thought this sequence was really well captured here, showing the precise and really beautiful artwork within Night Terrors. And very similar to the previous couple issues here, we immediately switch pace and see some of the artwork coming in over from Giuseppe Camuncoli in the series. Seeing locations like the mysterious Arkham Tower rendered over from Camuncoli really brought out the majesty of the series. And just like these previous installments, I think DC's editorial and author Joshua Williamson still do a great job switching between the various artists in the issue depending on the tone. When this book gets a little bit deeper into some of the runtime here, we get our clues into the glimpses at Insomnia. And the way that the art team really switches gears to focus in on the elements of Joshua Williamson's script, I think makes Night Terrors a much more relatable series. I also like some of the work that Camuncoli lends over to the narrative as well. With this page we have up on the screen, there's one big panel, but there's several smaller panels here showcasing the fact that the Deadman-possessed Batman is now in control here of the Nightmare Stone within the issue. Also like how this next page features Giuseppe Camuncoli art that leans into a different artist and showcases the characterization behind Insomnia. One of the best parts about Night Terrors and Joshua Williamson's script was the fact that towards the end of the issue, when you get to know some of the origins behind Insomnia, you almost feel a sense of empathy for him as a character. Insomnia has suffered some really tragic losses, and this issue finally gets to peel back the curtain and show you just what kind of things he's lost throughout the tale. This was also a very cathartic moment for me in particular, as we've been chasing down Insomnia and some of these other characters within Night Terrors for what feels like issue after issue here. So having our team of Deadman, Batman, Wesley Dodds, and Robin finally be able to go ahead and track down Insomnia and get some answers for what has happened during the Night Terror storyline has been absolutely thrilling here. And also like the possession sequence when Deadman really utilizes the Nightmare Stone to kind of enter the mind over in Insomnia within the issue as well here. A character who we've really focused in on over in previous issues of Night Terrors has been none other than Deadman Boston Brand. And this issue really confidently pushes Boston Brand over to the limelight so we can see his battle with Insomnia. I really have to commend it to Joshua Williamson and DC's editorial for not only having Deadman kind of narrate the solicits of each chapter of Night Terrors, and not only having some of these introduction sequences within each issue of Night Terrors as well, but really bolstering Deadman's profile and giving him the limelight in this battle with Insomnia towards the end of the issue was also really, really wonderful. I also like how Joshua Williamson kind of played over with some of Deadman's romantic past in the issue. I think Night Terrors feels like a very personal storyline, not only to Deadman, but as Boston Brand as a character here. Over on some of the last pages of Night Terrors, we started seeing basically some of the waking world of the DC after they've just been released over from Insomnia's slumber here, and seeing some of the heroes already start to react to Night Terrors was really fascinating over throughout this storyline. I really have to hand it to DC Comics for really holding strong within the structure of Night Terrors so that it made sense to take the main series and put it into this 4 issues while having some material on the side with this Night Terrors Night's End that'll wrap up the storyline over in full. And while this may annoy some readers, I think it does make sense within the context of the main series. If you were to end Night Terrors within Night Terrors issue 4, it definitely would have felt rushed, and this storyline could definitely utilize just one last issue to go ahead and wrap things up. While some of the narrative in the main Night Terror series definitely could have progressed a little bit faster, I think the way that Joshua Williamson returns to some of these storylines and introduces new ideas justifies the length and running time of the main Night Terror series, and also has me excited to go ahead and wrap some of these items up over in Night Terrors Night's End. So at the end of the day here, I think the main Night Terror series over from DC Comics has actually been pretty spectacular. The way this title has really bolstered and utilized the identity of Deadman, Boston Brand, to really kind of push him at the center of some of the core DC Universe titles has been really, really intriguing. I think Joshua Williamson has had such a great narrative for not only the main series, but characters like Batman and Superman and their respective tie-ins as well. There were so many intriguing and wonderful parts of Night Terrors, but I think that some of the vast publishing of all these ancillary miniseries have squandered a little bit of goodwill for the series. That being said, though, I'm still really interested to head into some of the final aspects of Night Terrors over with Night Terrors Night's End. I want to know from you, are you still interested in this core series? What are your thoughts over at Night Terrors at this point in DC Comics publishing? Thanks so much for coming to check out our video, and I'll be back to go ahead and cover the last steps over in this event with Night Terrors Night's End. Thanks so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.